Hello, welcome to FC Barcelona Central. I'm your host Pedro, and Blaugrana fans, these are decisive days. We've been tracking the Joan Garcia saga closely, and it looks like we're on the verge on some major news. Now, FC Barcelona is anticipating that Joan Garcia, 24 years old, will become our new goalkeeper in the next days. Mundo Deportivo, the newspaper who's been on top of the story from day one, and they're the ones who broke the stories of Barcelona's interest for the goalkeeper, also confirmed, and despite linking him to other Premier League teams, it was actually Barcelona who was in the pole position the whole time for his signature. The agreement with his agent has been sealed for days, which is looking like a 5-year contract. Now, the club is working to finalize the signings from the Espanyol goalkeeper in the next few hours or days to reinforce the team for the 2025-2026 season. Barcelona has made a strong push for Joao Garcia, not only because they consider him to be a proven goalkeeper with a great potential, but also because he represents a fantastic market opportunity with a release clause of 25 million euros. Optimism is pretty high in the club as of now. They believe that his arrival is just in a matter of days, and after meeting with his agent and his family last Thursday to review all the proposals on the table, every day that passes brings Joan Garcia closer to choosing the Barcelona offer. Until now, the goalkeeper has kept all of his options open, waiting for the Blaugrana's full commitment for him to be the starting goalkeeper. And it seems like the Barcelona's plans for the goalkeeper is clear now, well, a little bit more clear. Joan Garcia is said to be the starting goalkeeper, with Chechnik, who have the experience of vet being as a backup. Where this brings our next topic here, which is Ter Stegen. This will set him up to to leave the team. Ter Stegen, who is under contract until 2028, who will be compelled to seek an exit if he desires for consistent minutes, especially with an eye on the goalkeeping starting role from the German team, for the next year World Cup. In a similar situation is Iñaki Peña, who, has a little bit more than a year left on his contract. However, unlike Ter Stegen, Iñaki Peña has reportedly accepted that he's not counting with Barcelona, and he's open to reaching an agreement that benefits both parties. Once Joan Garcia gives his definite, green light and sign with Barcelona, the club will immediately move to make his $25 million euro clause. Now, what would this mean for Ter Stegen? I think a few days ago he spoke in front of the German press saying that he is the goalkeeper for next year for Barcelona and he has no plans in leaving. If this is for real, I mean, we will have a very good goalkeeper for next year, but the last thing that I want is any drama from Hansi Flick and what he wanted, his vision. But, moving on to the overarching, strategy, Deco, the FC Barcelona sporting director, reflected on his 2024 and 2025 season and now is looking to the future. In an interview he did with BBC Sports, he made it clear that he doesn't expect any big transfer signing, especially when asked about Luis Diaz and Marcus Rashford, who he preferred not to elaborate on much. Of course, he said, of course, these are two players, as you mentioned, they are good, but they are in contract with other clubs, so we don't talk about it. It is not fair. Deco also said that when we decide to go to the market, I'm sure we'll find some names. In my opinion, we don't need to sign many players. This is what he said in the interview. As for players willing to wear the Blaugrana colors, Deco applauded Barcelona power of attraction after returning to the sporting forefront by La Liga, La Copa del Rey, and the Supercopa, and reaching the UEFA Champions League semifinal. He said when he talked to players' agents, everybody wants to stay in Barcelona and come to Barcelona. So this is important. The club's image remains good, and we are proud of Barcelona because it's still a big club, and our way of playing football makes everybody wants to come. Barcelona did chime in a little bit about Real Madrid, and they said that Barcelona defeated Real Madrid in all four Clásicos this past season, and they will improve. For next season, it's not going to be easy because he knows that. And first of all, Real Madrid has many top good players, in his opinion, and they have a great team. They have a fantastic players, and of course, they want to improve. It is important to have a strong Real Madrid, not only to have them strong, elite players, but you want players to compete. I think that Madrid has this type of players like us. It is important to keep the best players in the league, and for Barcelona, it is important that Madrid is strong. Atletico is strong as well, and we have to, he says we have to be there to compete, to keep that competitive level alive. On the topic of Lamine Yamal, who continues to hog all the spotlight on the football world, Deco preferred to avoid comparisons to Leo Messi, while also celebrating his renewal until 2031. He said Lamine is Lamine and Leo is Leo. Leo was the best player in history of this club, and for him, he's the best player in history. Everybody goes crazy when they see Lamine play football, and you will pay a ticket to go into the stadium. He is special, and he wanted to stay here because he believes in the project. He also said that he deserves a better salary, and Lamine is going to be one of the best players in the world. We respect him as a player, but let's not forget that he's 17 years old. It is not easy to compare him, but Lamine, in terms of quality, can make history like Leo. But of course, to make history, we need a good team behind him. They could also acknowledge that Lamine, being in the center of attention both on and off the field can be a difficult thing, and the club must pull an effort to help him. He said that we try not to let him do everything because, sometimes sponsors and everyone wants his jersey or want his time. Sometimes that, sometimes we can't afford everything. People see his magic inside and outside of the field, so they want to be with him. They want a part of him. Deco also confirmed that his commitment to Joan Laporta, who signed him as a sporting director in 2023. It's clear that in his BBC interview, he said that Barcelona is his club and he loves it. And he saw what happened from outside of football and he thought that he could help Barcelona to reach the same level. He knew that it would be difficult joining this team due to the financial rules, but it's not a financial problem. It's a financial fair play rules in Spain, strict leagues that the Premier League and other leagues doesn't have, like the Premier Leagues or other countries. So, guys, the other thing that just came up, it was today, was the UEFA FIFA rankings. Now, this is something that I was looking, and I actually have the list here to pull it up. This new UEFA rankings from the best Europe clubs in Europe came out literally yesterday. And sadly, at number one, and I don't understand it. I think a lot of culés have this puzzling idea of why Real Madrid is number one. Number 2 is Manchester City, Bayern number 3, Liverpool number 4, and Paris Saint-Germain number 5. Now you're telling me the current UEFA Champions League final is number 5? Not even number 2 or top 3 in Europe? Okay. Barcelona is number 10 behind Roma, Borussia Dortmund, Chelsea, and Inter. I can see how we could be behind Inter, but we should not be behind Real Madrid. I just don't think that I even take it. Okay, we can be behind Bayern Munich. Fine. We can be even behind Liverpool. I think that's still okay. But to be behind Real Madrid when we beat them 4 times in a Clásico in this year by like a ton of goals, that's crazy. The other team, the Spanish team after that is Atletico Madrid at 14. And right after that, Villarreal at 17. I don't understand this. I don't know if this is voted or not. I don't understand this. I think this is like, it's frustrating, but I don't know what to say. So, culés, what a breakdown. This is a breakdown for where Barcelona stands right now. The goalkeeper situation is major flashpoint for our future. Deco vision is clear, and the challenges from our rivals are acknowledged. What are your biggest takeaways from these updates? Please let me know in the comments below. Please comment, like, subscribe. My name is Pedro. I also do go by Dro. My friends call me Dro, and they also call me Orrutio. So until next time, and Visca Barça.